People continue to mourn the loss of the 12 victims of Friday's mass shooting. Family members, co-workers, and people who were at the scene Friday went to church today. 10 News reporter Tommy Lopez is live in Virginia Beach tonight with more on how they're trying to heal. Tommy?
Yeah, so unanswered questions remain tonight about just what happened at that municipal building, which is nearby here. We know, as we learned today, that it will not reopen tomorrow. So people are continuing to come together and to grieve today. They're doing so at sites like this main memorial here. They're remembering the victims here and at churches all across the city. It wasn't a typical day of worship. Many people at Rock Church used today as a chance to move forward from the tragedy.
God, we pray for the city of Virginia Beach.
The city is in mourning right now, but we know God is working.
Those that lost, fathers and mothers and sisters and brothers, just to come together as a church and pray, that was important.
Natalie Thompson-Sumner experienced the mass shooting firsthand. She just happened to be at the municipal complex Friday afternoon when she heard gunshots.
Never experienced anything like it before.
She stayed in a room with others for 3 hours until they knew they were safe.
My heart bleeds for others, but I'm happy to be alive and well, of course.
Did today's service have some extra meaning for you?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, definitely.
Multiple city employees go to this church. The pastor says today's service was important.
A day of hope, a day of healing, and a day of prayer. All of us are still, frankly, in shock. We need healing in our community, in our city, and I believe that prayer is going to help us so much.
Rock Church will be the site Thursday for the city's official vigil. That'll be Thursday night. Jessica?
Tommy, you showed us some of those memorials yesterday. Are people continuing to visit those?
Yeah, they are. This is the main memorial here. We are just outside the police station. You can see a number of people are still gathered here tonight as we speak. They're coming by, continuing to bring flowers as well. You can sense that the tragedy is still on so many people's minds here. We saw an entire crew of a rescue squad come by just moments ago. It shows just how much the sadness of the 12 lives lost are still on people's minds. It's mainly silent out here as people come by, stand together, and just think of the victims. We are continuing to see memorials and vigils take place across the city, and more events will come in the coming days. Tonight on 10 News at 11, we'll have more on just how people are trying to move forward and heal from this. Live in Virginia Beach, I'm Tommy Lopez, 10 News, working for you.